Hey, Coach Greg here, and if you have sore hips, maybe they're a little rigid and maybe a little stiff, then these are the exercises that you can do to help strengthen them. So grab yourself a mat, grab some water, and let's have some fun. Alrighty, we're gonna be doing 3 sets. The first set I'll be more demonstrating and illustrating the exercises while you follow along, and then the next 2 sets will be more of a complete run through of all of them. Less talking on my part, more doing on yours. So without further ado, let's get started with our first exercise. Alrighty, so we're gonna be doing some seated leg liftovers. That is a mouthful. Get yourself in a nice seated position, legs out in front of you. Now you can either have, I have like one of those foam yoga blocks. You can have that, use a water bottle, but the goal is we just want something to lift our legs over. You'll see in just a second. So sit up nice and tall. Depending on your flexibility, maybe you need to lean back more in order to get your legs up, or maybe you're able to go all the way over here. Go at your own pace. So here we go in 3, 2, and 1. I like to push the ground away with my hands. You can go this way. And all we're doing is lifting our legs up and over the block, trying to make sure we're lifting from our hips. Now, if that is too difficult, you can't lift both at the same time. No worries, just do one at a time. Bam, bam. Just like this. Now the goal is we want to be as straight upright as we can, make sure our core is tight. But if you're inflexible like me, then you may have to lean back a little more in order to get the results that you want. But if not, you can lift both at the same time, just like that. 3, 2, and 1. All right, next we have side hip abduction raises. Just going to almost get yourself in a side plank. We're just going to fold our bottom leg under us in a 90-degree angle. We want basically stack our other leg right on top. Make sure you have a nice straight plane. I like to rest on my elbow and forearm. And all we're gonna be doing is, we're not doing a plank, don't worry. All we're doing is focusing on raising one leg at a time, doing these abductors. You're gonna feel it all up in here. Exactly what we want. So we do 15 seconds one side, switch, 15 seconds the next. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. This is a great, gentle way to really strengthen your hips without doing anything too complicated. I also like to make sure I'm pointing with the blade of my foot, just like that. This really just helps me get full extension. All right, switch in 3, 2, and 1. Bam. Here we go, and let's go. Really lift, and then point with the blade of your foot. Just like that. Be nice and gentle. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Moving along, we have some lying straight leg raises. So get down, lie down on your back. Nice and flat. We want our lower back pressed into the ground, and we're just gonna focus on raising our legs at the same time. And here we go. Just raise, really point. We want straight legs. Just get yourself to 90 degrees, whatever you're comfortable with. And then gently lower them back down. Make sure you are tightening your core. Now you're gonna feel this all in your hip flexors here. You can even put your fingers here and you can feel your hip flexors tense up, and then they stretch out. So just like this. This is technically an ab exercise, but you are using your hip flexors in order to bring your legs up. So this is a great one. Now if that's too difficult, focus on, just do knees, straighten your legs, and then slowly drop them. You can do them just like this. All right, let's just do one more. And done. And while we're down here, let's finish it off with some glute bridges. Put your heels flat on the ground, close to your butt, maybe a little further. And here we go in 3, 2, and 1. All we're doing is pressing up, try to get a flat plane. Really squeeze your glutes and drop right back down, just like this. Squeeze, drop. Now, if you go on your toes, you're gonna feel it more in your calves and your hammies. And if you go on your heels, you're gonna feel it more up in here, your glutes, but also your hip flexors. So do whatever is comfortable for you. And if you want, you can stay in here the whole time, or you can pulse with it. We got a couple more. 3, 2, and drop. Great job. Let's grab some water and let's get started with set number 2 in just a second. Alrighty, those are your 4 exercises to strengthen your hips. You know what we're doing, so let's get started with set number 2 right now. All right, leg liftovers in 3, 2, and 1. Side hip abduction raises in 3, 2, and 1. Switching in 3, 2, and 1. All right, straight leg raises in 3, 2, and 1. Glute bridges in 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Set number 3 coming up soon. Grab some water. Alrighty, last set, best set. You know exactly what you're doing. If you're like me, then your hips are on fire, but that's A-okay because we're gonna continue to push through this. One more set to go, starting right now. All right, leg liftovers in 3, 2, and 1. Side hip abduction raises in 3, 2, and 1. Switching in 3, 2, and 1. All right, straight leg raises in 3, 2, and 1. Glute bridges in 3, 2, and 1. Great job. That is how you strengthen your hips with these easy exercises. They were not easy for me at all, but that just goes to show I need to do more hip-based movements and exercises like this. So I'm gonna continue to add them to my regimen, and hopefully you do the same. And if you like this type of video, go ahead and click the notification bell to stay on top of any new ones dropping from Coach Mayer, Coach Gabby, Coach Greg. That is me. But I hope you have an amazing day. Stay strong, my friend. Peace.